Hello dear students. So in the last class we had discussed the electric potential. So we had seen that VAB is equals to W upon Q, and that is equal to minus line integral, negative line integral of this electric field intensity from the point A to B, since we had to represent the potential difference between the 2 points A and B. Okay. Now, there are a few facts regarding the electric potential. So in determining electric potential VAB, A is the initial point and B is the final point. Okay. Now VAB is independent of the path taken. So this potential is independent of the path from this A to B. It depends on the initial and final point or position. Okay. So so let's move further. The electric field E, due to a point charge Q located at the origin. Okay. Located at the origin is given by. So what will be the mathematical representation of electric field intensity E due to a point charge Q located at the origin? So E will be E is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R square, and the direction would be along R. So we have write the unit vector AR representing the direction. Okay. So if we want to represent it mathematically, so let's say we have the 2 points. The first point is A and the second point is your B. Okay. Now let us consider a path. Let us consider a path from this A point to the B point. Okay, fine. Now the charge is located at the origin. So let's mark the origin. So let's say this is the origin O, and the Q charge is placed here. Okay, so the line joining this origin to this A point is, let's say it is RA, and from origin to the B point it is RB. Okay. So this one is RA and this one is RB. Okay. Now let's choose an element somewhere between this A and B, and the element is DL. Okay. Now the line joining or the vector from this origin to this element, let's say it is represented by R. Okay, fine. And this is the direction of electric field. Direction of this electric field. Okay. Now what would be VAB? Now see this representation, and we will try to find out this VAB. So what is VAB? So VAB we have seen earlier that what is VAB? VAB equal to minus of, so we will write VAB equals to negative of this E dot dl, okay, from A to B. So E dot dl, and from A to B we have this vector, okay. So RA and RB, so we will put the limits as here RA, and this is the extent of this integration, the limit of integration you can say. Now what is the value of E? E is Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R square here. So we can put it here. So it will be minus RA RB Q upon this 4 pi epsilon 0 R square AR, okay. And DL, so what is DL? DL is the element. So along R if we write it, then it would be what? DL, and the direction would be AR, okay. This is the representation. Now this AR dot product of two unit vectors, it is 1, okay. So we will integrate it. So obviously here it is R, okay. In place of this DL we have this DR along AR, okay. So AR dot AR is 1, and we have to, since it is DR, so everything Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, this will be considered constant, and 1 upon R square will undergo the integration, means we have to integrate this with respect to R, okay. So if we do that, then we can take this Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 outside. Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 can be taken out, and we have this minus 1 upon R square, dr, okay. So if we integrate it and write it, so it is Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0, and 1 upon R square integration will be again what? Minus of 1 upon R, minus plus, so it is 1 upon R, and the limit is RA to RB. So if we put the limits, so it will be 1 upon RB minus 1 upon RA, okay. So this is the expression of VAB. So now this VAB, if you see this VAB, if we represent it more clearly, it is 4 pi epsilon 0 RB minus Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 RA. So what is this term? If you observe this, what is this term and this term? This is the potential, this is the formula for potential at point B, and this is the formula for potential at point A. So we can represent it further. VAB is the difference of potential in the 2 points, that is VB and minus VA. So VB and VA are the potentials at points B and A respectively. So this is a very important relation. And one more thing, it is required to understand that how do we represent the potential between the 2 points. So it is represented with this formula very clearly, okay. So we have proved that the potential between 2 points is the difference, potential difference between 2 points is clearly the difference in potential, the final point minus the potential at initial point, okay. So let's move further. So in general, we consider infinity as the reference and potential at infinity is 0. Okay, so in general, what do we consider? We consider infinity as the reference. Okay, and potential at infinity is 0. Why it is 0? Because see, if you are considering some point or reference point as infinity, okay, so the vector or the distance from this point to the infinity is this very high, since v is proportional to r, inversely proportional to r, and r tends to infinity. So what will be the value of v? So if this r is infinity, so obviously v will tend to 0. Okay, so that's why we consider the potential at infinity as 0. Okay, because this r is infinite, since the reference is located in the infinity and this distance is very high. Okay, distance is infinite, so since v is proportional to inversely proportional to r, so that's why now if we consider this, then what will be v? So we don't have 2 points because vb minus va, and at one point it is 0. So the value of v in that case will be q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r after considering this assumption. Okay, so this is the value of v, and also v can be represented as negative line integral of this electric field intensity, and now we are writing infinity to r because another point is at infinity, and you have to integrate up to r. Okay, so if the point charge q is not located at the origin, okay, so if the point charge q is not located at the origin but at a point whose position vector whose position vector is r dash. Okay, so instead of this origin, instead of this q charge, point charge located at the origin, it is located somewhere else whose position vector is r dash. Okay, then potential vr, then potential vr at r becomes, so what will be the potential? This vr, so then vr, what is v? V is equal q upon 4 pi 70 r, when the point charge is located at the origin. Okay, and if it is not located at origin but at some other point whose position vector is r dash, then what will be the value of this v? So vr equals to, this is, the formula would be same, but here it will be, there will be some change. So 4 pi epsilon 0, and what will be this r? This r will be r minus r dash. Okay, so in this way we will represent this vr. Okay, and if n point charges, in case if n point charges, that is q1, Q2 dot 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 Qn. So if n point charges are located at points with position vectors, this PV means position vectors R1, R2 dot 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 Rn, okay, then what will be the potential? So the in that case the potential at R is given by, so what will the potential in this case? So then in this case this VR, this just recall this formula, Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R minus R dash. So in this way we will write it for the n point charges. So how we can write it? This is Q1, so obviously it is 4 pi epsilon 0 and R minus R1. Okay. Now again for Q2, what will be the expression? Q2 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R minus R2. And similarly we will write it for the charge Qn. So Qn would be this Qn upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R minus Rn. Okay. So this is the expression for the system of n point charges, okay, located at different position vectors R1, R2, Rn. Okay. So in this way we can represent. Okay. And if we again write it in the form of summation, so if we write it, the another way of representing this expression is VR equals to, we since 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common term, so we take it out, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, and then we can use this sigma. Okay. So Q of k upon protect R minus Rk. Okay. So this is R minus R of k. Okay. And this k varies from, in this case k varies from 1 to n. So we will write 1 to n. So this is the another way of representing this system of n point charges. Potential for system of n point charges. Okay. So I think the potential is clear with these expressions. Okay. Now let's proceed for the to the another topic, and that is the relationship between E and V. It is again a Maxwell's equation, so it's very important. So relationship between this E, what is E? E is electric field intensity, okay, and V is the electric potential. Okay. So relationship between E and V, and it's a Maxwell equation. In bracket I'll write it, it's a another Maxwell equation. In EMT you will come across many Maxwell equations. Okay. So this is one of them. Now let's start this. So we know that this VBA, okay, potential from point B to A is negative if we consider the potential from point A to B. Okay. So obviously, so now if we take this term to the left hand side, so it would be VBA and plus VAB equals to how much is it? It is 0. Okay, but if we recall the formula, we can write it. This potential can also be written as the line integral of electric field intensity, that is E dot dl. Okay, so this means, it means that for the closed path, if we write VBA, means from A to B, if we are going, okay, and we are returning from A to B, so it is a closed path, yes or no? So if it is a closed path, then this, for the closed path I have made the circle, so it is representing the closed line integral is 0. Okay, because the potential from B to A and A to B, so it is making a closed path. For the closed path, this line integral of electric field intensity is 0. Okay, so what is the inference with this expression? What is the conclusion? It shows that the line integral of E, okay, along a closed path, must be 0. Okay, so that means, what does it mean? It means no network is done, no network is done in moving a charge, along a closed path. Okay, that we can say. With this inference can be drawn. Okay, no network is done in moving a charge along a closed path in an electrostatic field. In an electrostatic field. Okay, so this is very important point. Okay, now let's move further to complete this derivation to determine the relationship between E and B. So let's move further. Okay, now let us suppose this as equation 1. Okay, this one is your equation 1. Okay, so let's move on, and applying Stokes theorem, by applying Stokes theorem, so you might be remembering this Stokes theorem. Let's recall it. What is this Stokes theorem? So it is the relationship between, or the conversion of, line integral to surface integral, okay, or vice versa. So in equation 1, so if we use it, so in equation 1, if we apply, so this E dot dl can be written as, if you remember, the curl of this E, and it is a surface integral, so dot ds, okay, for the surface S. So if E dot dl is 0 for the closed path, then this must be 0, because this is equal to this through a Stokes theorem, and it is also 0. Okay, so if you compare, so if this is 0, then this del cross E is also 0, because this integration is 0, so obviously the integrand, this del cross E is also 0. Okay, this is again a very important relation. Let us mark that equation 2. Now the electrostatic field is a conservative field. Okay, it means that thus since the curl of this E is 0, and if the curl is 0, then we call it as conservative. Okay, so thus the electrostatic field E is what? It is conservative field. It is conservative field. Okay, so this V is, so moving further, this V is equals to, we know this, negative line integral of electric field intensity minus of integration E dot dl. So now dV will be what? dV will be, if we differentiate it, then obviously it will be minus E dot dl. This integration sign will be eliminated. Now if we expand this E, so what is E? If we expand this E, so E is what? E is Ex in the direction of Ax, then Ey in the direction of Ay, then Ez in the direction of Az. Okay, then the dot product. Okay, then the dot product of this dl, so dl is dx ax plus dy ay and plus dz az. Okay, now if we have the dot product, then ax dot ax1, ay dot ay1, az dot az1, and the magnitude will be multiplied further. So this dv is what? It is minus ex dx, okay, minus ey dy and minus ez and dz. So this is the dv. Okay, fine. And if we remember the partial differentiation, then this dv can be written as del v upon del x into dx. Okay, plus del v on del y dy and del v upon del z dz. Okay, so this dv can be written as this. Okay, now let's compare this equation. Let's say this one is our third equation, and this is your fourth equation. Okay, so let's compare it. dv equals to del v upon del x dx, del v upon del y dy, del v upon del z dz, and in the previous case it is dv equal to minus of ex dx minus of ey dy minus of ez dz. So if we compare, then this dv, let me take this to the next page, and it would be easier for you to compare. See, if we compare these two equations, equation 4 and equation 3, okay, so comparing the two expressions, comparing the two expressions for dv. So if we compare the two expressions, equation 3 and equation 4, both are the expression for dv. So what do we conclude? What do we get? So ex, see here it is dv dv dx dx, so del v upon del x is equal to minus of ex. Okay, so what can we write? We can write ex equals to minus of del v upon del x. Okay, similarly here also we will compare. So ey equals to minus of del v upon del y, and Ez equals to minus of this del v upon del z. Okay, fine. So in general, what we can write? In general, we can write E equals to, and what is this del upon del x? del x, del y, del z. This is the del operator. Okay, and we represent the del operator with this inverted triangle symbol. So E equals to minus of del V. And this is the very important relation. Okay, and this is a Maxwell equation also. This is one of the Maxwell's equation. See, all the Maxwell's equations are very important. Okay, so E equals to minus del V means the electric field intensity is the gradient of V. Okay, so that is this electric field intensity is the gradient of V. Okay, so this electric field intensity is the gradient of V. And what do this negative sign represent? This negative sign shows that the direction of E is opposite to the direction in which V increases. Okay, so if V is increase, the electric field intensity would be directed opposite to it. Okay, so this is the represented by this negative sign. Okay, so E equals to minus of del V. It is a very important relation. So with this first unit is over, and from the next class we will discuss the second unit.